I've often pondered the profound depths of human suffering and faith. The book of Job, my friends, well, it's a powerful story of the human spirit facing unimaginable loss. As we, explore this together, let's open our hearts to the timeless wisdom in these ancient pages. You know, in Job's story, we might just find echoes of our own struggles and triumphs. Job, you see, was a man of exemplary character, blameless and upright. One who feared God and shunned evil. His life was blessed with abundance, a loving family, vast wealth, and a stellar reputation. But as we know, my friends, life often takes unexpected turns. In the heavenly courts, a challenge was issued. Satan questioned Job's faith. Does Job fear God for nothing? He asked. And so, with divine permission, the test began. In a series of devastating blows, Job lost everything. His livestock stolen or destroyed, and most heart-wrenchingly, his children killed when a mighty wind collapsed their house. Yet, in the depths of his anguish, Job's response was, well, remarkable. He fell to the ground in worship, uttering those unforgettable words. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. As if the loss wasn't enough, Job was then afflicted with painful sores from head to toe. His wife, overcome by their misfortune, urged him to curse God and die. But Job, he held fast to his integrity. It's here, my friends, that we encounter one of the great mysteries of faith. How do we reconcile undeserved suffering with a loving God? Job's friends arrived to comfort him, but their words, well-intentioned as they may have been, only added to Job's torment. They insisted his suffering must be due to some hidden sin. Job, in his anguish, began to question. He lamented his birth, struggled to understand God's ways, and longed for an audience with the divine. Yet even in his darkest moments, a glimmer of hope remained. Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. After cycles of accusation and defense, a young man named Elihu spoke up, offering a fresh perspective. He suggested that suffering might serve a purpose beyond punishment, but it was God himself who would have the final word. From the heart of a whirlwind, the Almighty addressed Job directly. And oh, my friends, what a response it was. God didn't provide neat answers. Instead, he responded with questions, revealing the vast chasm between divine wisdom and human understanding. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? God asked. Through awe-inspiring descriptions of creation, God reminded Job of the limits of human knowledge. In the face of such majesty, Job's response was one of humility. My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I despise myself and repent in dust and ashes. In the aftermath of this divine encounter, we witness a profound transformation. God rebuked Job's friends for their misrepresentation of his character and instructed them to offer sacrifices, with Job praying on their behalf. The story concludes with Job's restoration. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. He was given twice as much as he had before. But more than material blessings, Job emerged with a deeper, more intimate knowledge of God. He had wrestled with the deepest questions of existence and encountered the living God. His faith, tested by fire, emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. It's a beautiful picture of reconciliation, my friends, reminding us that true wisdom often leads to compassion rather than condemnation. As we reflect on Job's journey, my friends, we're invited to see echoes of his story in our own lives. We too face trials, question God's ways, and long for understanding. But like Job, we're called to a faith that perseveres, a hope that endures, and a love that never fails. May we, in life's storms, cling to the truth that God is with us, working all things for good, even when we cannot see or understand his ways.